I was really doing a good job of just exploring different genres today. Now, I've always touched jazz. I barely tapped in reggae here and there. But today, I really got into just alternate music, and especially the ones tied to the 90s, man. It was fucking dope. I was definitely bumping some Nirvana, man. I'm like, everyone wants to reference Kurt Cobain and like hip hop and shit, but like, dude was a real one, man. For real. He really was. Dude was a killer. Anyways, here to do a first reaction to a new song Augustus released, as y'all see in the track title. If you clicked here, ain't gonna waste any more time. It's titled Wounds. But yeah, as I'm thinking about alternate, I'm like, this dude was definitely walking across between having alternate rock/rap into his music, and I thought that was so dope. A lot of artists, hip-hop artists, try to do that, but I feel like nobody really executed as good as Nikko, man, with his bars, his skills, at the same time, his music production. It just felt so dope, man. I mean, Fifth of Henny just comes in mind. I mean, yeah, he's singing a little bit in there. Odd Dreams with that guitar riff solo at the end. I mean, fucking clean. Dog had his own sound. I felt like that was it. That was fucking it. I mean, like, dude, you're basically like the Black Cobain, for fucking hip hop, man. That's the shit I think is missing. But anyways, yeah, Augustus Wounds. Let's go ahead and do that first reaction right now. Let's get it. Wounds, man. Speaking of wounds, man. I'm actually kind of open-minded to this. That's crazy. Yo, I like the background too. That's fucking dope. I know he's experimenting, so I think that's really what he's trying to do at this point, man. I can't really fault for this dude, man. You know what? Fuck it. Dude is basically experimenting. So one thing we all gotta come to a realization, all Nikko Lafre fans that knew him as a rapper and all that, he's really trying to strike up a new identity in his music. Here, I get the sound that he's trying to like implement, you know what I mean, some of that alternate sounds like I was just talking about, man. As I really listen to Kurt Cobain, I'm kind of like, I'm listening to Augustus, I still call him Nikko because it just feels natural to call him that. It sounds like an iconic name, Nikko Lafre. It sounds iconic to me. But regardless, here's the thing. I thought the way he was trying to do something different instead of going hard, where it sounds like as if he's kind of like almost dying of thirst in a sense, and it's kind of difficult to understand what he's saying. He went with a falsetto, and at first it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I feel like he was off tune. Like he does that, but then he was kind of like balancing it here and there, and I felt like there was some potential work with it. But like I said, I get it. From what I see, it's like an experimental perspective for him. So he's got to keep trying things, see how it sounds, and just get feedback with it. So that's the best I can do, man. Listen to the whole song and really kind of like feel with it. Let me play some things that I kind of did like. That part, that was a little bit excessive, but when he keeps it a little bit fluttering, like try something a little bit different, you know what I mean? Just play around a little bit, don't settle for the same old loop that you're gonna do over and over again, and you'll get there. I think that's the number one thing I want to point out. That was weird. Why did my green light went off like that? That's weird. Either way, aside from that, it's not too bad when he keeps it short and subtle. In fact, kind of reminds me of really Tory Lane's organic vocal flows, where he keeps things short, simple, and sweet. And you know what I mean? It's like seeing a bird flutter its wings a little bit, kind of like quick and repetitive. So it's like I hear that, and I hear that run in your vocals. It ain't too bad. It's hard to follow with what you're trying to say, though. I get it, because you could listen to yourself over and over again, but unless you put it out there and get public reception, how you gonna really know if it sounds good or not? So I get where his mindset is at on that. I get it, dude. I get it. I'm not gonna be telling you like I've done in the past and tell you that you gotta stick to rap. Even though I still think you've got one of the most unique and soon to be iconic, rap flow that just, I think, just sweeps the competition. You know what I mean? Like a monsoon or like a hurricane during the summers. You know what I mean? It's just that, it's that commanding. Like the flow, your presence, your voice. Like when you just come in and spit, like you get people's attention. Like, you know what I mean? Like a magnet. So I think it's very magnetic with that strong presence of yours. You know what I mean? So. Like as soon as you say look, it's like boom, I'm like all in listening to what you gotta say. So that's what I'm saying. Like always say like that's your strongest suit, but there's no problem with wanting to add more to that collection. You're trying to build a full house, like you're playing a deck of cards. Hey, by all means, do what you gotta do, but work with what goes right. And I think I got this fifth of Hennessy and some weed that we can roll. I think when you keep it low and subtle, it sounds really good, dog. Like, no joke. If you're trying to go with a rock star, like, I think if you go with how you did on the fifth of Henny and just keep things nice, soft, and subtle, dog. Sometimes you could do a lot more with less. Like how you, like how you said, say less. Same thing, man. I feel like you do a lot more by putting little effort. It's a very, like, that's a unique gift to have. Like, the only other person I think that can really achieve that same type of tactic is Tory Lanez. But that's another story for another video. Back to you though, like Nikko, I think you keep things subtle, like how I was bringing up Fifth of Henny, or you know what I mean, like how you kind of ran it on what's the name of the song from Troubled Soul. It was right after She Knows. Intentions. You know what I mean? That shit, when you keep things smooth and there, that works. Or like Dear Demisha, you know what I mean? I feel like make it work with that subtleness, you know what I mean? Like you can see a lot of famous rock bands out there like Nirvana, you know what I mean? Think of like Smells Like Teenage Spirit, man. You know what I mean? Before he went all crazy on the, pretty much on the hook, like, he just kind of did his thing that was just smooth. It's like, it's different. It's weird when you jump from genre to genre. Hello, 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 hello. You know what I mean? Like he's doing that again, before he goes in crazy, I'm mulatto, I'm albino, I'm mosquito, my libido. You know what I mean? So he goes crazy, but he does it where it works for him. But then he tones it down. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like the way he does his melodies is really dope, and it's like natural. And I think you got that same way too when you can be subtle. Now, as far as you going hard with that other voice, I mean, you gotta do it and you gotta execute it like, you know what I mean, like a punch. You gotta be like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? You gotta punch that in, and you have very little room for error when you do it. Like how he was like getting in, like when he was doing that, getting in, get, like you gotta like, it's like quick but swift jabs. You gotta do it like that if you're gonna throw those type of vocals, and I think it'll work like that. And the same thing with the falsetto. You know what I mean? Don't go ooh, because I think that's over excessive, man. But when you go and when you add some melodies into it, it can make it work. And like obviously we're gonna sound off tune when you're still practicing and you're still being experimental. But that's where if you continue to practice in front of me, or if you just keep singing, dog, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, you just practice all your vocal ranges over and over again every day. Your muscles are going to continue to grow. Your vocals are going to get better for sure. So I think you could really be an all-around solid dude, man. Essentially kind of like a Jimmy Butler, where like he's solid on defense, he can shoot well, get rebounds and all that. Like same thing with your vocals. If you just keep things short, simple, and sweet. Don't go over like thinking, you're gonna be an A-list star, you're gonna be like a Trey Songz, like how Jimmy Butler be out here thinking he's a LeBron James. Like, calm down. Just be a solid B level, do your thing, and it'll come out smooth. Ain't nothing wrong with being a B level, when it comes to just being solid. Like, nothing wrong with that. So I think, you know what I mean? Plus, you got other skills that I think will triumph over that and will allow that B level to be the assist to your A level status. You know what I mean? Of tricks and tools that you got. Once again, like I said, I don't think I've heard you do better than what you've done with your rap verses, dog. It's just your flow, presence alone is just commanding. That to me is your golden ticket. That's your gusto speaking from within you. That's what you need to be the forefront going forward, dog. That's essentially like the Michael Jordan to the Scottie Pippen of all the other stuff that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? You gotta think of it like that. Or since you're Minneapolis, bro, like your rap presence commands, like how Randy Moss be getting double teamed when he was playing with Minnesota. You know what I mean? Back in his prime days, rookie year and all that. So to me, that's how I feel like your rap skills is just like Randy Moss in his rookie year in a Minnesota Purple. You know what I mean? So, or even Kevin Garnett during his prime with the Timberwolves. You know, you deliver that hard, hitting flow, man, and that's it. Everyone's got the attention focused on you. But like I said, you have all the other key roles, things like that with you, little singing, nonchalant, subtitle, like I said, subtle, fifth of Henny flow. A little bit of that, like I said, short, swift jabs when you go with the hard voice, falsettos. Continue to work on that. I think it's a work in progress that I think you can get there. But it did not sound too bad at all. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't sit and say, "Oh, that was awful." Like there was actually some positives to take from that. Like when your vocals kind of like I said, it flutters a little bit. Does a little bit of a flutter, like how, like I said, like a bird when it does its fluttering with its wings. You know what I mean? Like quick like that. When you let your voice do that, but you keep it subtle and short, it works. You know what I mean? So keep at it. I'm about to fucking sneeze. Fucking allergies are getting it to me right now, but I just want to pass that word of encouragement out to you, dog. Like, I respect the fact that you try to do different than everybody else and just try to be the best you that you can be. So I just want to pass that out. Hopefully you watch this video from beginning to end, and I don't care. Like, you don't have to watch any of my videos. I just want you to watch this one and we good. Straight up. So, but yeah, ain't nothing wrong with doing a little bit of both. You was doing that with Troubled Soul. I had no issue with that. Like, that was cool how you went from that to like Intention. Still Geech was fucking dope. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like when you branch it out slowly and just try to, like, instead of like making a quick jump like from hot to cold, it won't create such a weird effect, dog. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you just allow it to kind of like take, just ease in on that and just work on your foundation, homie. Go from there, you good. I know you can rap whenever you feel like it. I know that, like, if you gotta turn it on, you can. But I'm just saying, dog, like, I wouldn't necessarily leave that off, bro. Like, I feel like that's gonna be the main entree, and everything else is gonna be sweet appetizers. And ain't no disrespecting appetizers, all right? We all love our zesty nachos. We all love our chicken tenders, all right? So let's just put that out there. Ain't no disrespecting the appetizers, but we know what your main entree course is gonna be, dog. Them damn steak and potatoes, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's all it is, Nikko. That's all it is. And sometimes that's what you need to deliver, because that's what the folks need to consume from you. And you know what? If you can cook the best meat and potatoes entree, why stop yourself from doing that and settle for something that's vegan? You know what I mean? But like I said, ain't nothing wrong with including vegan into your menu. I'm just saying, remember what your main selling point, or really your main artistic strength is on, dog. Don't ignore it. Don't deny it, and don't put it to sleep. Bring that back up to the forefront, homie. You know what I mean? Don't do you like that. All right, that's all I gotta say. God bless y'all. Stay safe. Stay blessed, y'all. And look, Nikko, I'm really hoping the best for you, man. Hopefully you find the success that you want to find, bro. Best of luck and wishes to you, dog. Keep doing you. You still the coldest motherfucker in the planet right now. I'm telling you that right now. Ain't nobody got a commanding rap flow like you do. End of discussion.